Hey everyone, Christine Burke here. Thanks for dropping in. Just set up in my kitchen here and I was looking through my notebook from an event I was at a few weeks ago, and I really got some awesome content around this idea of living an extraordinary life. And I thought I'd do a quick blog article about it today and a video. So thanks for dropping in. It's a beautiful Monday here in Perth, West Australia. It's meant to be 37 degrees today. So summer is officially here. But anyways, right into it. So thinking about this idea of living an extraordinary life, and a few years ago, if you'd asked me that question, I would have really thought about, movie stars and, what we think of as really important people in the world, people who are rich or wealthy, people doing crazy things like skydiving and other stuff. And I've come to realize that in order to create an extraordinary life, which is accessible and doable and possible for every single average person out there, first of all, it is all of that. It's doable, it's possible, it's achievable for anyone to live an extraordinary life. And secondly, people who are living an extraordinary life, they are all those average people who have just learned to master, at the beginning anyway, some few really basic changes and basic practices, changes to their daily ritual, and things that come back to that mindset, getting out of your comfort zone, doing these things every day. And there's certainly not things that I haven't spoken about before, but they're so important. So I thought I'd just jot down five different ways that we can really start to propel ourselves into a life more extraordinary. And I've just popped a link into my blog here from the Kick-Ass Life podcast with David Wood. Give David an awesome plug. He is an unbelievable master trainer. He's aligned with the company that we are aligned with. He does a lot of training for us. He's got a brilliant podcast called The Kick-Ass Life, and it really is all around his personal philosophy of creating an extraordinary life, which is something that he's done. He's got an extraordinary story and has created an extraordinary life. So my point here is that this is doable for each and every one of us, and it's not the whole wealth side of it. I think it's a side benefit to actually putting yourself on the road of these 5 things to create an extraordinary life. So first of all is about speaking your truth, right? So it's about speaking the truth, which is a tenet, it's a moral sort of rule in society about not lying. And we've all done it from time to time. And, sometimes when we want to speak the truth, but we don't want to. And, that little white lie sort of, you can hear your brain developing the white lie. If you have kids, sometimes it's really hard to not tell white lies because we're not always, well armed to be able to tell them the truth sometimes. But really at the end of the day, we really need to speak the truth. We need to be honest and speak the truth with compassion. And this is something from David as well, with compassion at all times. So even though our brain is going to start, maybe I should just say this, we really need to speak the truth. And we need to speak our truth. So this is huge. This is about you digging deep into yourself and finding out what your personal philosophies are, and especially your values, and speaking that truth. Because there's lots of people in the world leading extraordinary lives, doing extraordinary stuff, but that might be not something that is what our extraordinary is going to look like. So speak your own truth always. And number 2, you need to ask for what you want. This is massive, especially for women, I believe. We just need to learn to ask for what it is that we want. And I'm getting quite good at this. And this is something that goes on in your personal relationships. It can be something goes on in your business. It's something that goes on between you and yourself when you're writing in your diary, your notebook every single day, which is again a daily practice. Ask the universe, your higher spirit, God, whatever it is, ask for what you want. ask. You have to put it out there. Ask for what you want. So if your extraordinary life looks a particular way, then, then get down to it, figure out what it is and ask for it. So maintain your agreements. That's number 3. So this is the agreements we have with ourselves and things that we've committed to and that we've decided we're going to follow through on, and yes, life gets in the way sometimes, we need to change plans and things like that. But at the end of the day, it's really maintaining that agreement. It comes down to your word. If you say you're going to do something, if you committed to doing something, even though it might be painful, it's about this following through and maintaining these agreements with ourselves, because we really are the most important person in our own lives. Is the agreements and the relationships you have with yourself. Number 4 would be own your actions and experiences. So, your experiences are there to serve you. They're there to empower you. Your vulnerability in those experiences is where your power comes from. Absolutely. So, own who you are, own your actions, own up to stuff. Yes, I did that, own it. Just own where you're at, own your actions, own your experiences, and really learn how to take those experiences and use them to fuel you, into that journey to extraordinary. And number 5, of course, is always, I'm always banging on about this, always about surrounding yourself with extraordinary people, places, and things. So go do something fun. I'm working on this. I'm trying to get myself out of, being at home and doing the work that I do, which is important. It's work time, but just doing different things, getting out there, meeting different people. Do travel more. What does your extraordinary look like? And go find those people, figure out how they are living, what they're doing, where they're traveling to, how they are having fun. And, as David would always say, people who live extraordinary lives have extraordinary connections and relationships with other people. And this is a really high on my list of values, is connection. So get out there, connect with people in a real way, and really foster those relationships, love other people, cheer them on. And I think that for me is probably the most important part in sort of catapulting, myself anyway, into a life of more extraordinary. So I hope you got value from that. Please come and see me again on ChristineBurke.net. Lots of great value, I believe, on there. It's a work in progress at the moment. I am on a mission to show women how to absolutely, rock the body of their dreams, rock out their best mindset, build that self-confidence and posture, and earn an income from home. We have a lot of fun. We'll see you on the other side. Thanks.